In this video, we'll go through the term station yard and their types. So coming to the definition of yard, an area consisting of a network of railway tracks, sidings and sheds for storing, maintaining and joining engines and carriages. So this can be our railway stations itself where the passengers go and enter into the trains. Okay, because you can see a network of railway tracks there, and in the railway tracks itself you can have platforms. You'll be having sheds where you can store, maintain the engines and carriages. So it can be simply the railway stations itself sometimes. Sometimes some separate yards will be there for this distribution process. Okay, so sidings means it is a short track at the side of the main railway line where the trains go when they are not being used. So there are certain or definite limits for various purposes such as receiving, sorting and dispatch of vehicles. So that complete area is defined as yard. Now coming to the different types of yards: passenger yards, goods yard, marshalling yard and locomotive yard. So let's go through each yard separately. First one is the passenger yard. The function of passenger yard is to provide all the facilities for the safe movement of passengers. I have told you the actual railway station itself which we use, and here what will be the facilities? We'll be having the booking office, the enquiry office will be there, the luggage booking room will be there, clock room is there, then for vehicles, for waiting of vehicles, parking space will be there, then platforms, sidings for shunting facilities will be there. Shunting means it is the process of sorting items of the rolling stock into a complete train. That is, it can be simply said what? It is the attaching, detaching of coaches. Then there will be facilities for changing batteries, then washing lines will be there. If in case there are some coaches which are not properly working, then sick lines also will be there, so that they can be separately moved and they can be kept for inspection. So this is the passenger yard, the usual or the general railway stations which we use. Now coming to the goods yard. Goods yards are also railway stations where it is exclusively meant for the loading and unloading of the goods. And here good wagons will be there and they will be transferred to the local sidings. I have told you sidings are what? It is the parallel or it is the short rail networks which are being kept away a little distant from the main line so that you can keep them when they are not in use. So basically this yard is meant for the receiving, loading and unloading of goods. So this is how the goods yard will be. You can see here the coaches or the goods train, and many goods are kept over there on the platform. So all these comes, or the complete network of the railway tracks, the goods, loading, unloading, all these comes under the goods yard. Now coming to marshalling yard. From the word itself, marshalling, we can understand what is actually this yard meant for. It is the arranging, it is the assembling of coaches or wagons in order. Okay, so it is the place where goods wagon received from different centers are sorted out and they are placed in order to the different stations. For example, if you are having 10 coaches coming from a particular location or coming from a particular station, and if this 10 coaches, out of this 10 coaches, 5 has to go to a particular center and the rest 5 has to go to another center. Then in this yard, the separating of coaches, then their arrangement is done such that they are distributed to the different destinations. So that working or that arrangement or that distribution system is being done in the marshalling yard. So here there is no loading and unloading. It is basically acting as a distribution system. So since here sorting and distributing is done, there will be no shades or there will be no sheds for loading and unloading. Then there is no need of roads for vehicles to travel. Only railway tracks will be available in the marshalling yard. Now this marshalling yard will be having different classifications. Let's go through the different classifications. Before that, we'll go through the working or what will be there in the marshalling yard. Here now you can see a picture or the layout of the marshalling yard. You can see the different railway tracks. See over here, this is the main line, the main rail track. And here you can see the reception siding. Here you can see the sorting siding. and here it is the departure siding. The whole thing is known as the marshalling yard. I have told you here this is acting as a distribution system. Here the sorting and distributing of goods are being done. So you can see over here this is the marshalling yard, and from the main line they have to enter the marshalling yard. So the first portion or first area where they can enter is the reception siding. Siding means it is the set of parallel tracks which are being laid, and here the trains are allowed to wait for their turn to come, because next to this reception siding you will be having the sorting siding. Sorting siding means it is mainly meant for the shunting process, or it can be for the distribution of coaches to which destination it has to go, or that complete attaching and detaching of coaches will be happening in the sorting siding. So sometimes this will be equipped, or some trains will be there over this place. So the new trains which are coming, they'll have to wait, and once this is finished and they are going to the departure siding, and once this happens, then only the trains in the reception siding can enter. So this is just a waiting area. Okay, now coming to the sorting siding. In the sorting siding, the main work of marshalling yard is done. That is, you will be having a number of coaches for the train. So how many coaches are to be taken to different destinations, or what all work new trains are to be made, or different coaches has to be separated. That all works is being done in the sorting siding. And once the sorting work is completed, then they can wait for their turn to join to the main line or connect to the main track in the departure siding. So here also a network of parallel tracks are kept, and in this portion or in this region they are being waiting, okay, so that they can go to respective locations. Types of marshalling yard. First one is the flat yard, next is the gravity yard, and third one is the hump yard. So these yards are basically meant for what? It is mainly meant for the sorting works. So if we want to sort the engines, if we want to sort the wagons, coaches, etc. Wagon means what? It is an open section of railway train that is kept, or that is used for the carrying of goods. Okay, so here you will be having different parallel railway tracks laid, and you have to either separate the coaches, or you have to sometimes attach the coaches. So that work of attaching and dislocating the coaches is happening in the marshalling yard. So for this purpose, there are mainly the working or the method in which they are being connected or disconnected is based on the type of the yard. So first one is the flat yard. Here what is happening? Here it is constructed on a flat ground, and you'll be having a gentle slope. It is not like steep slope or anything. So here the locomotive means it is the main engine. It cannot fall freely for the operation. I have told you different tracks will be there, and on different tracks, if you are having a 10 coaches train, and out of the 10 coaches train, if you are having 5 tracks, and on each 5 track you can put 2 coaches of the main train, then for that purpose what you require is, you will require a locomotive or an engine for this purpose. So if it is being located on a gentle slope, for making the coaches go to different tracks, then we need a power operation over there. They are being pushed by the locomotive and they are carried to a different or the required location. Now since we are using the power over here, engine is being used, and for that working power is being used, this is comparatively costly. And if instead of doing like this, if you want to classify, or if you want the sort the coaches on different tracks which is being laid, then if the complete system is made on a hill portion, what will happen? Then it is not required that you have to use this power, or you have to use the engine power for the movement. That is, that free fall of coaches can happen over if it is on a hill. This photograph is showing a system of rail networks. You can see a system of parallel tracks. At this portion you can see the switch arrangement. That is, in order to divert the track or the train from one track to another, this arrangement is being made. For example, if this particular coach, not coach, this is the engine over here, or this is known as the locomotive. This locomotive had all the 3 wagons. 1, 2, 3. All these were attached with this locomotive. Just imagine that. And by this operation, what is being done? The locomotive is putting one coach over here, another coach over here, and another coach over this. So for all these arrangement, we are having the switching track. Okay, the locomotive can come in front. It can go and place the coach over here. It can leave the coach over here. Again, it can come in front. Then it can go to this track and it can leave a coach over here. Again, it can come in front and then it can leave a coach over here. So like this, the attaching and disconnecting of coaches are being made in the yard. So what I'm saying is, if this complete arrangement is done with the help of a locomotive, and if the complete setup is in a gentle slope, then the power of locomotive is to be used for this separating of goods. Instead of this, if you are having a complete arrangement on a gradient, then there is no need of using the locomotive each and every time. Locomotive means engine, because if you are placing it separately in each track, and if you want to make them fall, if this is on a gradient, then it will fall freely. And if you want to connect them, you can do the connection also. So if that complete marshalling is being done on a gradient, then free fall can happen over there. Okay, so flat yard means there you will be having a gentle slope and that free falling effect will not be there. There you require the engine itself to move them. In gravity yard, okay, coming to gravity yard, I'll tell you in that. It is built on a natural slope and it relies less on locomotives. It is not that you don't require the locomotives. You require the locomotive for putting them in separate tracks. Okay, for putting them in separate tracks, you require the locomotive. But if you want to make them fall, if you want to get them connected into a single train, then if it is on a higher slope, what you can do? You can make them fall freely. Okay, so you'll be having some manual brakes over there in the wagons. They can be controlled by that. For this, you have to put the yard on a certain slope, but this requires more area. Okay, so this is gravity yard. Then comes the hump yard. It is not necessary or it is not possible every time that you will be having a slope or you are having a complete area where this type of marshalling works can be done on the basis of a natural slope being received. But sometimes what you can do is you can construct a hill so that you can put or you can use the locomotives and you can separate them onto the different tracks, and the tracks will be made on what? A constructed hill. Okay, and once they are being taken to the hill on the top portion, and by controlling the brakes of wagon, what we can do is you can again connect them into a complete train. Okay, so there we don't require what? Again, more power. So the marshalling, in the marshalling yard, mainly what we are doing is it is acting as a distribution system. If in case you are having 10 coaches coming from a particular station, and then if you want to distribute them to different places, that sorting work is to be done, and that work is being done in the marshalling yard. So this sorting work done yard can be of 3 types. One is the flat yard, another is the hump yard, and another is the gravity yard. So if flat yard is being there, flat yard means there you'll be having a gentle slope. It is the usual yard thing. There you require the locomotives or the engine thing is required for every time. For connecting, disconnecting, every time you require the locomotive. But this will be consuming more and more power. So to avoid that, sometimes the yards are being made on a slope so that free fall of coaches can happen, and there the consumption of power can be reduced. But that problem is you require a more area. But it is not every time possible to lay the yard or to keep the tracks on a natural gradient. So what we do is artificially we are providing a gradient, and or you can say you are constructing a hill so that you can disconnect the coaches and keep them on the separate tracks which are being on the hill. and if you want to connect them, you can make the coaches fall freely from the top of the hill and you can make them connect to the engine. So here also the consumption of power required for the locomotive will be less, and this sorting process or this yard also require more area. So these are different classification for the different types of marshalling yard. Now coming to the another classification of yard, it is the locomotive yard. This is what? This houses the locomotive or the engine of the rolling stock. And here facilities are being provided for the watering, fueling, examining the locomotives, repairing, etc. And basically this is designed. Yard means what? Is a complete area where you can see the railway tracks. Okay, so this is basically designed depending upon the number of locomotives which are required to be housed in the locomotive shed. So these many yards are there. So basic classification of station yard include passenger yard, then comes the goods yard, then comes the marshalling yard, and the last one is the locomotive yard. And inside the marshalling yard, or in the classification is there for the marshalling yard, there you can say flat yard are there, then hump yard and gravity yard. So this is all about the station yards and their types.